Hello again, everyone. Today's video sponsor is GameOn, an app produced by Amazon that you can use to share and highlight your favorite moments from your favorite mobile games. I've been playing around on it and it's pretty fun. Recently I showed off my favorite chaining squad, which is just 5 Hyos obliterating a Cactuar. So it's really cool if you want to take some easy clips. It just overlays over top of your favorite mobile games. You can record, cut, edit, and share with ease using the GameOn app. So today's video is sponsored by GameOn, so thanks to Amazon and GameOn for sponsoring me today. Let's get into the fun. Alright everybody, today we are taking on the Iron Giant Extreme Trial using only Final Fantasy VI units. So this is one that I actually really enjoyed doing on stream, so I've decided to make a video to show you guys how I did it, because it is pretty awesome. Anything that lets me use my whole FF6 squad, I'm a huge fan of, so let's break it down real quick. Of course, we have none other than Monk Sabin of Kolts as our one and only magic tank. He's just built with Spirit True Double Hand as basically as best as he can do it. His Brave Shift, I think, is naked because he doesn't need it. He's never going to Brave Shift into his mage form because it's poopy. It's really, really bad. So all he needs is some paralysis immunity, just like everybody else in the squad. That's one of the things that everybody has to make this squad easier. Is just give everybody paralysis immunity because we're not one-shotting it from 50%, so we could get paralyzed if we did not have that immunity. So that's Sabin. Now we have Shadow as our draw, evade, provoker. So he's built out with draw attacks and evade, as you can see here, and he just has a little bit of extra spirit where I could fit it just so that he doesn't get all of his MP sucked when we're below 50%, because this is, again, not a bursty burst strat. It is mildly bursty, but not bursty enough to just explode the boss in like 2 turns or whatever, it's more fun that way. And again, he doesn't need his Brave Shift form because it's irrelevant. He doesn't use it for anything in this fight. So that's Shadow. He's going to be our breaker and double mirager as well. So he provides that draw provoke along with the break and the mirage. So basically he makes it so that we take no damage. Now we're using Relm as our Imperiler, Thunder Amper, and Rod Imperiler as well. So she's really, really good for that. I've given her as much HP as I can in this build so that as she uses her HP draining abilities, it won't kill her. And she's also got the paralysis immunity. Full status ailment immunity, but all she needs is paralysis immunity for this fight. That's about it. And now the most important guy is Kefka. We'll save him for last. I know, it's blaspheming Terra for me to say that Kefka is more important in this fight, but he does most of the damage because Terra here is built, she's kind of built to just have status immunity in this form, and then her shift form also has it, just in case of whatever. Didn't end up needing it on both forms, but she's built for my evoke burst damage on her shift form, and then her base form doesn't really need anything in specific other than paralysis immunity. She's here to summon Ramuh for the extra damage, and she is also here to finish once we're ready to push below 50%, because the further down you can get in below 50% in a single turn, the easier the post 50% phase is with this party. Now the most important person, the man of the hour, is Kefka himself. I have him built to do damage in both forms. His base form is only used 1 turn though. It's used in a setup turn, so it just gets another couple of percent damage, and as you'll see in the video, a couple percent actually can make a difference. So yeah, in his base form he's built with True Double Hand with Maneater, and he's got the 2 chain mod boosting materias and Ibarra's card, and then his shift form is built True Dual Wield, once again with the chain mod boosters, and in both forms he has a sweet and easy 300% magical human killer along with capped True Double Hand or True Dual Wield. So he's honestly super easy to build for this, and with the new chain cap materias, he's actually quite solid. He does a fair amount of damage, especially once the Rod Imperial is in play. And one of the things that makes Kefka a nice choice for this is the fact that he actually has in his shift form a buff for himself, or he can target anybody with this actually, but this buff that increases magical damage against humans for a couple turns, really, really handy. So you stack that with the Thunder Amp, you stack that with Ramuh's Thunder Amp, and you can actually clip some pretty solid damage out there. One of the other things we actually end up using is LB to help us close up the kill, and yeah, I mean, it's not all that amazing, but it was good enough to close out the kill, as you'll see in the video, and it helps because it costs no MP. So once his quadcast runs out, you have to go back to his base form to reactivate quadcast. But the easier thing to do in this case was to just close it out with a neat and easy LB. So that is the party that I used for this. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you guys so much for making this possible. Thanks to GameOn for sponsoring this video. Please enjoy the Final Fantasy VI squad taking on the Iron Giant Extreme.